Hey guys, Footy Manager TV here, and I'm back with the series I was talking about in the A-League. And I just want to talk about just straight away, what would you want me to call it? Like, this is one thing I've always wondered about. Do you, like, when you search for Football Manager videos, what do you search for? Like, you search Football Manager 2013, then what do you search for? Let's Play, Career Mode, or just a career, like a story? Please leave what you search for, so it would just help me with getting more viewers and keep me more interested to keep on making on with the series. And yeah, the main reason I'm starting this, I talked about really in my last Aston Villa episode. But the thing is, FIFA's not too far away, and you know the Premier League season is so long, so many competitions, and the thing with the A-League, it's really small. Not really small, well, there's 27 league games plus a final series. To me, I can do... the main reason because of that, because I was really getting bored when I was playing the game, when I am not recording, I don't feel really motivated to play it. And the thing with this one, I'm going to do every single match. I'm going to do it really, like, almost 100% live, pretty much. And yeah, there's a few good... I don't want to talk about it too much right now, but there's a few rules that make it more interesting. You got to manage the salary cap, which you can't... No team is going to have a superpower team, so that makes the league very even. That's the thing above the Premier League, in my opinion. It's even, so I don't have to... Like, Aston Villa was never going to come first because Manchester United, Chelsea, all those teams, Man City have too much money, and it's... In some ways, it's not fair, pretty much. And the A-League... it's more about your tactics, pretty much, on who can sign the best. Yeah, it's like the battle, who can sign the best foreign players, who can get the best imports into the league, and about your tactics as well. Usually when you sign a big import player, they just dominate because the rest of the players are pretty rubbish. So I'll go into that now. As you can see, I just put my date there. I wasn't born 87, that's just the least you can do it. Or the most, whatever. Yeah, I'll put my nationality as Australian, Brazilian, because if I bring some Brazilians in, at least I can, like, talk to them. And yeah, that's the biggest thing in the A-League. Like, most of the imports are Brazilian, because obviously they're probably the best ones they can get in. And there's heaps of Brazilian players in the world, and maybe they aren't good enough for the first Brazilian league, and they could come to the A-League and get some decent money. I guess if they're the key player, they get a lot of cash. But anyway, I'll move into the match, and what I'm going to do, there's two really... I'm not sure if I talked about it before in my last Aston Villa one, but there's two goals with this, pretty much. I'm going to try and build Australia into a better team by improving the youth academy of which team I'm at. Ideally in every team, I'll get to that a bit soon, but yeah, look to improve the youth facilities and all that kind of thing, improve the quality of regions, and then improving the Australian national team as a whole. And then at club level, I'll be looking, whatever team I choose now, I'll most likely choose my favourite team, the team I support, Melbourne Victory, the only team I support. I don't support any Premier League teams, and that's it. And they have actually the Etihad Stadium. That was actually called Etihad Stadium before Manchester City's ground was, so they kind of stole it, pretty much, stole the name. Yeah, with that, I'm going to obviously start with Melbourne Victory. Obviously, the rivals Melbourne Hearts and Sydney FC is kind of big rivals as well. But yeah, anyway, Melbourne Victory. And yeah, I feel more interested because Etihad Stadium, I feel more, because that's like close to me, so I feel more interested in it. And yeah, that's the main reason why I'm being them. So with that, the goal is to be Melbourne Victory first off, try and win the league, try and win the final series, but then I'll qualify for the Asian Champions League. If you see Brisbane, they should be in it, are they? I'll see someone, Adelaide United, Central Coast. I don't think anyone is. Why aren't they in it straight away? I'm not really sure why, but maybe it's just because of the update of this LFC Master update. I have no idea. But anyway, I'll try and win the Asian Champions League as well, but it will be hard because all the Chinese teams, they have a lot of money, and one of them, how they had Drogba and Anelka. So they have big money to make offers to be like those high quality players. So it's going to be hard to compete with them. But if you have good tactics, you bring in some good youth players, eventually you can do well. So that's going to be the goal. And when I win the Asian Champions League, I'll resign and then try and do the same with another A-League team. And as a whole, hopefully improve the A-League. And then big players will want to come to the A-League. Even though they don't play in a European competition, maybe we'll just improve the whole Asian. We'll just see how it develops in the game, I guess. It will hopefully improve Australia. You know how Del Piero went to Sydney. So big players are coming slowly, and hopefully in the game I can continue to do that. So I will keep playing this if people are interested in it until Even when FIFA is out, like FIFA 14, I'll be playing this until Football Manager 14 is out, or 2014, because that's going to be out just before Christmas, pretty much, apparently. So, but even if I'll get the early release of that, or it's not the early release, but you can get it 2 weeks earlier. You can download it 2 weeks earlier because, if you pre-order it, you can download it 2 weeks earlier. So I might do the same. This is very interesting, and of course, my main reason for this was people from UK might not be interested in it, but here's one thing. We got Heskey in Newcastle United Jets. So there's some English players, Michael Bridges as well, ex-Leeds man. He used to be a very good player. Like I said, used to play for Leeds, Sunderland, ex-Premier League player. So would you find that interesting if I try and bring some English players in as well? And it's a different league because you have to do some interesting stuff. Yeah, but Australia got some good prospect. One guy here, Craig Goodwin, he's a really good player. I'm not sure if he's rated as he should be, but I really like him. He's a good player in the future for Australia. Hopefully, they select the players right. But yeah, the teams are smaller as a whole. But the thing is, what was I going to say? It's harder to manage. Like, you got to manage your salary cap and that kind of thing. So I'll show you my team, Melbourne Victory, before I really get into it. The stadium is the the biggest stadium pretty much with 53,000. So you're probably saying I'm being the best team. And yeah, pretty much, let's see. I'll show you their team. Unfortunately, Marco Rojas has left the team because he signed for one of the German teams, Stuttgart, I believe it was. So he's not in our team, but that would have freed up some salary cap. So I'm not sure if you have some salary cap or not. We'll just see what's the situation. But again, I'll show you some players in the team. Before I actually sign for the team, I'll give my preview, and let's see if our coaches agree with that. Nathan Coe, for me, he's obviously the best keeper. He's played abroad, so he's got that experience, and he's come back to Australia. And yeah, he's a quality keeper for the A-League level. Tando Falafi. Oh, and another thing for sure, pronouncing the names. It's going to be easier because I know all these players, and no one can give me rubbish about that. So yeah, he's a good backup keeper, fantastic backup keeper to have. Tando as the backup, he's fantastic. And yeah, I watch these players play every week when they play, or at least when the season is on, not like now. But so yeah, I'm more closer to the players and all that kind of thing. We've got Danny Mullen. He's on loan from where is he on loan from? We're one of these Chinese teams, I believe, the Super League. Is that Chinese? Yeah, Chinese Super League. Look, I'll just show you one team we're going to have to really play against. Look at this. They've got Alkison. He was a beast like a couple of years ago in like FIFA. Look, with the 5-star skills, I believe. And Lucas Barrios, who used to play for Borussia Dortmund. How am I supposed to compete with that? And who else do they have? Oh, look at this. Dario Conca from Argentina. Look at those attributes there. How am I going to compete with that in the Champions League? The Asian Champions League. So, but as you can see, they've just got some good imports. But the rest of the team, the Chinese, they're not that amazing. So maybe that's what I should look to exploit, I should say. So yeah, that's definitely showcasing that. So yeah, we're on Daniel Mullen, and then Mark Milligan, who's probably our best defensive player, really good, long throws 20, which is good to have. But yeah, he's probably one of the very few that will be called up to the Australian national squad from this team. Diogo Ferreira, I think he's left in real life, but might be someone else I'm talking about. But anyway, yeah, I think it was Fashini. Yeah, I think he left. But anyway, he's when I've been Melbourne Victory before, he's developed well, so I'll keep him there. He can play like centre mid or as a fullback as well, so he's a good player, can pass. 14 passing is really good for A-League level. That's what the best passers in the league have, so you can really notice the quality is not great. Spastalevsky, he's a good versatile player that I'll look to have in my team. Midfielder or right back, attacking right back is very good. Fashini, I'm pretty sure he left in real life, but he's still on the books. But yeah, that's the A-League. Actually, there's one thing in the A-League, you can't actually offer transfer offers with other teams in the league. You can only sign players when they're ending on their contract, which another thing, it's another thing interesting in the game, or in the league, I should say. So here, Adama Traore, he's originally from the Ivory Coast, but he's been in Australia for quite a long time. We start with the Gold Coast, is a team that no longer exists. That happened twice. That's kind of thing that happens in the league, but unfortunately, yeah, that happened like with money issues and that kind of thing, and they weren't getting enough crowd and all that kind of thing. So But yeah, anyway, Adama Traore, he's not too far off being able to play for Australia, so he could be actually in the Socceroos if he doesn't get a call up for Ivory Coast. But I think he said he wants to play for Australia, and we desperately need a left back. So he's a very good left back in this league. He's a dominant left back. He's got pace and yeah, very good technical ability as well. He's a good tackler, but also good going forward, dribbling 14. So he's a very, very good wing back. And next up, he's yet another foreign player, Jonathan Brew. He's a defensive midfielder, but his tackling is only 6 and marking only 5. So he's probably better as a centre mid. Like, he's more creative, so obviously I'll probably play him as a centre mid instead. And yeah, I'm not sure where he came from. I think, he was playing in the Portuguese Segunda Liga. So yeah, he wasn't really at a high level, but he was at other teams as well. Lee Broxham, he's a solid defensive player. He knows what he has to do for the team. He's obviously not technically spectacular, but yeah, he knows his role for the team. He knows his capabilities, what he can do and what can't he do. He's basically good at winning the ball back, a very determined player, and yeah, he's a really good player at doing his role for the team. Next up, we've got Guilherme Finkler, Brazilian. Like I said, they bring in the South Americans, and we've got really good two to mix in the team, and they mix in the formation I like. Yeah, he's a really good player, Gui Finkler. He's got first touch of 17, technique 16, and he'll really dominate in this league. Yeah, let's see where he came from previously. I'm not sure. ABC. I think they're like a Brazilian team in the second division, so I'll be looking to sign some players from there, but obviously you have a limit. And who's next? Billy Selesky, another good centre mid in the league. He's got some good attributes, but yeah, you probably think they're a pretty bad player, but it's okay for this level. Archie Thompson, he's a very good player. He scored 21 goals for Australia, so he's a very good goal scorer for us. He's renowned as a pacey player, but getting old now, 33, his pace is going to decline, so I'm not sure how much longer he's going to be at the team because his pace is his biggest attribute. And being 33, I'm not sure how longer he's going to last in the team, unfortunately, because he's one of my favourite players in real life, but I got to think for the best for the team, and that's, realistically, he's probably going to lose that pace, and I might try and sell him at the end of the second season, or I might just let his contract run out because I doubt much players buy them. And lastly, here Marcos Flores. I have to really think to sign or train him as a centre mid or a striker pretty much, but he's another import. He's been in the A-League for quite some time though, so it shouldn't be too long until he gets like the citizenship. But he went to a Chinese team as well for there, but he didn't do much there. You can really see he dominated for Adelaide United. He scored 9 goals, so he was a very good player for them. And yeah, you can see that in his attributes. He's a good player. He's composed. He's got flair as well, so he could be a good striker. You just got to weigh up all options in the team. So how much foreign players do you have there? We got Marcos Flores. We got Guilherme Finkler, Jonathan Brew. So that's 4, but Adama Traore is almost going to be Australian anyway. So we basically only have 3, and Marcos Flores is not too far away if you check his information and nationalities. Well, he hasn't stayed as much as I thought. But he's still been here for longer than player you would buy to come in. But anyway, we have room to at least sign 1. So here's the youth team. We've got Andrew Nabu. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a face back because he just came onto the scene last season. I suppose I could make one, but yeah, I can't really be bothered pretty much. And yeah, it doesn't matter too much because I know how it looks in real life. But yeah, he's a really good prospect. He came on and done well, so he should have good potential. You can see for a 19-year-old, he got a contract. He was playing just for just like a local league pretty much, and he signed him up. You see Sunshine George is pretty much just across the road for me, so yeah, not too far away. He's a player I like, and definitely I'll give him a chance in the first team because I definitely like him as a player. And the rest of the players you can see very low value, not really good. You got Theo Marcalis. He was actually at Valencia at one stage in his career. He was touted as the next Wayne Rooney. But he was learning from David Villa when he was at Valencia, but eventually, I'm not sure. It just didn't work out for him, and he didn't. That happens in football. Sometimes it just doesn't work out for you. And there's a couple guys. There's one guy I like here. Christopher Cristaldo. He's again a good player. He's got pace. He'll be good in this league because his pace will go up to like a 16 or 17 at his highest potential. So he'll be a pacey threat, and his dribbling and first touch will be his key attributes. And if you go information. He was born in Paraguay, so he's got that South American flair. He's Paraguayan and Argentinian as well. But he's Australian. Obviously, he's been in Australia for quite some time. And also, he's related to Hernan Espendola. He's a very similar player as well. He hasn't got a team right now. But yeah, he's a similar player as well. But I think Cristaldo is just a little bit better. But yeah, that's why he's got a contract at this team. So that's it on him. The rest I'm not really too sure about. But this guy, Connor Payne, he's actually been really impressive in real life. So he doesn't have a face back, but again, I know what he looks like. He's a good dribbler. First touch as well, good. Technique, decent. A little bit of pace. Just got to see how he develops. But obviously, there's some better options like Andrew Naboo. But he's a bit older. He's 19, so he's got some higher attributes. So like I said, that's it on that. Jimmy Jego. He's a decent player in the game. Not sure why he's in the first team. He's got very good balance. He's just one of those good centre mids. He's got decent potential in the game as well. His brother Luke is in there as well. But he doesn't have as high potential as his brother does. So he probably won't make it into my team. I've got Jordan Brown, Nicholas Ansell. He came an impact last season as well. So I should put him into there, like centre-back role, you would think. Jason Guerra as well, or Guerra. He's not amazing, so I'm not sure about him. Might have to let him go, but he's got a contract to 2016. So, and that's the thing, when you transfer list a player, there's not much options for them to go to because the other A-League players can't actually buy them. And most likely they just want to stay in Australia. And also Sam Gallagher, he's a decent player. Well, I'm not sure even to call him decent. His attributes are really bad, pretty much. And I'm probably going to have to let him go. Just got to see when his contract runs out, so we'll leave him with that. And we got Corbina Bohini. I really don't know too much about this guy, but he's very versatile. But I don't think he'll be good enough. Scott Galloway, he got some appearances last year as well, but again, doesn't really look too amazing. But he's got good heading, so he could be a decent fullback, I guess, but we'll just got to see how he develops. And obviously our best keeping prospect, Lawrence Thomas, he got some games last season, but he wasn't too amazing. So I really feel more interested because these players I know them in real life, so I'm really familiar with them. And I'm going to take off from Ange Postecoglou. He's a very good manager. He likes to play like Barcelona play, like a passing game. So I'll take that with my current formation I'm using in Aston Villa. And just roll with it. And they're predicted to come first. They've got the biggest reputation in the league. And maybe I'll just really focus on being Melbourne Victory and not worry about the other teams. And I'll just see how it pans out pretty much. So I'll start it as Melbourne Victory. And like I said, I'll be doing this pretty much 100% live or 99% live. We've got no transfer budget. Like I said, that's how I did it. I didn't put any transfer budgets on in the first transfer window so it can be realistic, so I can have the team we have and just move into that. But who knows? We've got some wage budget, so I might look to sign someone. I'll just take a look at my emails, but I'll leave it here pretty much for now. So sorry about that, but it's saving the game right now, and I am going to play it in 3D because I noticed I've got 17,000 views on one video where I did the Champions League match when I was with Arsenal. So I'm going to put the graphics quality on low, so because some people say it stuttered or it was lagging, so I'll just do it on low. That makes it will go okay then. So that will just confirm, and a lot of people, because when I had the thumbnail for that, I think that's why, but because I did 3D gameplay like in the title. And obviously they saw the 3D gameplay on the thumbnail, so I think that's what I'll go with anyway, and not actually have a thumbnail for this. And because Football Manager, it's hard to get views and that kind of thing. So even though that's not what I focus on, but I like, like I say, I like to get people watching my video. That's how I get motivated. As you can see, the league is only 10 teams, but that's the thing you have to deal with. But I'll focus on a lot of things like the rules of the league. So I'll go to the A-League. I'll show you the rules. Where are we? 27 games. Teams play each other twice. This is the biggest thing for me. Only one keeper. Obviously, one keeper. There has to be a keeper on the bench. That's a big thing. And only players registered have to play, or are eligible to play, I should say. And 4 subs. You can only name 4 subs, and only one can be a keeper. Even though they changed the rules in real life, I believe. So they'll be good for Football Manager 2014. So here's the big rules that come in. Very similar to the MLS. There's a maximum squad size of 23 players. So you can only have 5 foreign players. Maximum of, even though you can just, if you sign a young one, you can just put him in the U squad. So that can be a good thing, I guess. Maximum of 20 over 21 players. Minimum of 2 goalkeepers in the squad. Maximum salary of 31,000 per week, excluding the marquee players. So the marquee player, you can pay them as much as you want. But there's a few of those actually. You can have one marquee player in the squad, which is including Australians, but also it says maximum of one. So you can have a foreign player as a marquee, then you can have Australian as a marquee, then you can have 3 junior marquees. So you can really you can exploit them or just use them to the best of your ability to free up extra salary cap space. So you just got to manage your squad well, and that's something I really like, to manage your squad. And of course, players can be registered between August and October. These things are not as important. And yeah, these are the big rules right now. Top placed 3 to 6. Oh yeah, qualify for elimination final. And people might not know about this, but elimination final from 3rd to 6th is like, if you win, you go to the next stage. If you lose, you're out of the final series. And the top 2 teams qualify for the semi-final. So semi-final would be the team that winner of the elimination final will play against. And top 6 teams qualify for the final series. Top team qualifies for Asian Champions League group stage, except Wellington Phoenix. So I'm never going to be them because they're actually a New Zealand team. They've got a couple players I like. I'll show you them in a second. Might look to sign them, but if I sign them, they count as a foreign player. And top team qualifies for Asian Champions League preliminary round. So I think the first one it's top team qualify. I think the first top team, that means, is the winner of the finals, and the second one is actually the winner of the league. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, it must be. I'm fairly sure it's like that. And teams are not allowed to make offers for players in the same position, or division, I should say. So yeah, with that, you can sign them on approach to sign, though. Like when their contracts are running out, less than 6 months, you can do that, but you can't do it. Yeah, you can't make offers for them. I know, that just makes it a bit harder as well. So that's a good thing. It just makes it more interesting. That's the main thing. So if you go to Melbourne Victory here, if you go to registration, there's all the rules there. Currently, we have 15 players in the squad. We have 4 foreign players, so I might look to sign one on a free. And because I have some salary cap space left, as you can see, we've only got that much spent. So I might just go have a search, might get some on my short list, and I'll show you them. And that's what I'll do with my transfers. So it's still a little bit live. And yeah, we got one marquee, one Australian marquee as well. The Australian marquee, obviously, you see there is Archie Thompson. And sorry, I got a bit of like a sore throat. So I'll stop this episode soon. But I think Flores is the actual marquee, and you can see he's earning 5k, but that's not heaps anyway. So I think Gui Finkler won't be too far from that anyway. Yeah, he's 2.4k. So yeah, minimum size, yeah, blah blah blah, all that kind of thing. But first off, I want to get some players from the U squad that I think are good enough quality. First off, Andrew Naboo. He's going to be in. Theo Michaelis, no, I don't think he's good enough. Christopher Cristaldo, I like him as look at that 4.5 star prospect. He can play as a striker or a winger, and he runs with the ball down the right. I think he'll really suit that. For me, he would take over Archie Thompson. He's got really similar attributes to him, and yeah, hopefully develops well. And I really like him as a player. Hopefully has good potential in 2014 FM. So yeah, Luke DeGay or O'Day. Yeah. Anyway, I don't think he's going to be good enough. I'll just leave him in the U squad for now. Jimmy Jego, he should be in, and I'm not sure why he's listed for loan. I'm pretty sure it said that. Yeah, he's coming in straight away. So I'll leave his brother Luke in there, but Jimmy Jego, he's in straight away. I really like him as a player, and this is where I don't really listen to my coaches as much. I put what I think, and obviously Nicholas Ansell. He's playing, so he's going to go in the first team. Scott Gallo, I'll just leave it like that for now. Lawrence Thomas. We've got 2 goalkeepers. You only need 2 keepers there. So I'll show you. This is a lot about the salary cap. So I'll actually, I'll list it by contract and where are we, the wage. I'll just list it by wage for now so you can see who's the highest earners. And yeah, they're both 5,000 per week and both the marquee. So they don't actually count to the wage. So Daniel Mullen, he's on loan from an Asian team, so you can tell he's a bit more. So the thing is, yeah, I'll just go into this right now. I take the hot seat. All these things you don't really care about, so I'm just going to skip meetings and just deal with that all later. Yeah, because I'm not really interested in doing all that kind of thing. So we've got some players we can get on Bas Vandenbrink. He's actually played in the A-League before. How many seasons? He would be close to getting Australian nationality, wouldn't he? Days completed. South Korea. Well, how come Australia's not listed? It might be listed again when we sign him. Because, look, he's been there since I'm pretty sure 4 seasons. Gold Coast, 2 seasons there. Perth Glory. Oh, maybe they just let him go there. So, yeah, 3 seasons he's been. He's a very good defender. He could be useful. Obviously, we've got a scout report on him already. Let's see if he wants to join, of course. Oh, yeah, it will be really hard to make an offer for him unless I do... I can't do... See, key player, that's the thing. You can't choose key player. Key player is reserved for those... for the marquee players. So you can only do first team. So the maximum is only offering 3,000 per week. So there is restrictions that keep it more interesting. Maybe you can't sign someone you like. So that's a big thing. I analysed my team before. I'll just do it again to see, really look what player I need. And leave your comments. Would you like me to do, longer episodes? But sometimes my voice can't hold out, especially when I do 2 in a row. Where are we? Do contract, general info, list. You look here. And as you know, we don't need a really big team because you can only have 4 on the bench anyway. But we have that extra money. We have that money to sign another another foreign player. So for me, we don't actually have a natural striker. Because a lot of them, we don't have just an out and out striker who can just play as a striker. We've got a few in there, but yeah, they're not. We've got Thompson who's aging and Nabu and Cristaldo who are older players, and we lost Marco Rojas as well. I'll just have to show you him because he's a fantastic player. Unfortunately, he left, but he's a really good player. Oh, let's check out this other guy. He doesn't have a picture, so don't worry about him. Anyway, Marco Rojas, you can see if he was in this league, he would just dominate. He was fantastic last season. But because of this is the update, it wouldn't show. The season before, he didn't even score a goal, but then he just dominated. He started at Wellington Phoenix. New Zealand players, there's a couple decent ones. There is... Yeah, sorry about my throat again. I'll try and stop this soon. Jeremy Brockie, one of the best strikers in the league. But interestingly enough, he's played 24 times for New Zealand, hasn't scored, according to that. But here, you got Danny Sanchez, a Spanish player. I think, a couple of their youth players, a couple I wanted to look for, but I'm not sure how good they're rated. Tyler Boyd, again, he's really bad, but actually he showed some good signs in real life, but he's got some really bad attributes, so don't worry about him. Louis Fenton was good as well. He's got some better attributes, but I think I'm not going to worry about them. So look what we know. We've got definitely enough players who can come in at right back. Left back is probably the main thing, even though we can train some, for example, Mark Milligan. Okay, he's not an example. Sparse Delevsky, again, he can't play left back as well. Okay, what's on with that? Diogo Ferreira, okay, he can't as well. So you got to check through who you can teach to play left back. Like Mullen, we can teach him to play left back, but he's going to be leaving. But like I said, you can only have... you don't really rotate your team because there's just basically one game every week, so you never really play multiple games in a week. Not really, rarely anyway. So, where are we? A left back might be a realistic option to go for. Even centre back, we don't have heaps. But we have through Milligan, Leia, but we don't have any amazing ones. That's the thing. We don't have heaps of amazing ones. This is where you have to balance your team good, with the squad balance, and that's hopefully something you would think this series is good for, where you have to balance the team more. We've got enough centre mids. Wingers. We maybe need some more, or we're going to have to probably play some other ones, realistically, in real life. Who's Dylan Monan? Yeah, he's just a left winger. I like Connor Payne more because he actually played in real life, and he's got a bit of pace. He's got a bit of flair, but I don't think he's ready, but I think he should be rated higher personally. And Sam Gallagher, again, I don't think is good enough, so I'm just going to leave him in the reserves. So we're probably going to have to look to sign a winger, maybe another foreign winger. We've just got to see who's available. And I've got to see my staff as well. Do we have any... Yeah, because if you look to search... if you search in the transfer centre, player search, if we can actually see... there actually are some Brazilians in here. Look, obviously we don't have the money to sign this guy, but... he doesn't have face either. So we're going to have to look for... I'm going to show you how I search for players, and hopefully you find this more interesting, so I can prove I'm not cheating or something, using any genie scouts or anything. I'll show you how I search for players. So I go for position, and I find it more. You're more interested in the game. I'll go all attacking midfielders. So obviously that comes into the wingers, and then I will show you where am I. I've got to search for players on a free transfer, obviously expired. And with that, let's see if we can find some pacey players. So let's go to physical. And let's see who's got the best pace we can try and find right here and who would want to come. Martin Petrov, obviously the ex-Manchester City player and Bolton player. He's had Premier League experience, so he would be immense in this league, but I would imagine straight away he'll cost too much. Yeah, look at that, the wages. Unless he could... Yeah, we already have a marquee player, so that won't fit in. So yeah, we just got to search for some, different players right here, different options. Who's this? Alan O'Brien. Again, he's from Ireland. Who did he play for? But again, I don't really like these low attributes that he has. He's played NPower League 1. That's probably the same level. But again, he's got really low attributes. His finishing is only 3. That's too bad for me. I like players with good technical attributes over pace. You'll probably be... I'm just seeing if there's any beast here or something. Cedric Ramirez from France. I suppose he's decent. Where has he played before? Oh, he's actually played in Sydney. He found his way at Sydney Olympic in the New South Wales Premier League. So he's actually been in Australia. So that's an interesting one. What would he want? 1,000 per week. I might actually just add him to the short list, but he doesn't look amazing. We could sign another Australian player for that. Rodrigo Batata. Some funny names in here, but again, it doesn't look too amazing. But yeah, what are you supposed to what do you expect with this kind of teams? Okay, Abedi. His natural fitness is good, stamina decent, but again old. Ideally, I wouldn't want to sign older players. Thomas Polacek. 31. Obviously, there's going to be older players there, but he's actually decent. But I find it hard to sign a player that I would like. Who's this? Kaninya. He's 26. He's a bit younger. He's got some decent attributes, but ideally, I want a left winger. So I'll search for left wingers. That's probably what I need more. So Metrov, Kaninde. Again, maybe I should sign... I'll look for someone with high technical attributes. Maybe that's what I should be looking for. I'll just do that. So you just got to experiment with some different things, and that's how you find best attacking attributes. Let's search for best crossing. Vicente, he would ask for too much, I would imagine. But I'm surprised he would come to... Yeah, it's impossible to get him because we have really a low budget. So it's really hard. Alex Valencia from Norway. Again, I'm not really sure about him. A lot of these players would really want too much, so this is where it's going to be hard. Arenino. This guy has got some beast attributes, but he's 37. He's going to be... I'm not really sure about him, but he's a left winger. He's got long shots. Penalty taking is good. But he's got big... but again, I think he's going to... Okay. He could be alright. And the thing is, he's 37. We can just use him for one season. And then I'll do more scouting this season for someone to sign next season. This could be just the guy for this season to win us some matches. So I'll just offer him that. After 20 games, a 1-year extension. I'm not sure if I want that. I may just... I'm not sure. I'll just take it off there and give him 1,000 extra and see what happens. Okay, he desperately wants that. Maybe I'll take it off and give him a goal bonus, maybe just about $600. Okay, he really wants that extra season, doesn't he? But I don't really want that for him. Maybe I'll just make sure he doesn't play 20 games. We'll just see what happens with that. I'll just put that back down to 100 then, and we'll see what he accepts. Okay, he accepts. But yeah, that's a big thing for me. Or I could just not register him, I guess. But yeah, we'll just see. If he comes to the team, he'll be a good signing. For the first season, he can be good, but then I'll do a lot of scouting to make sure who I can be my foreign players for the second season. Just really depends on the contracts and all that kind of thing. I'll leave that for now. Hopefully enjoy this series, and with the method, how I'm searching for players already, it's a bit different to Premier League or any other European league. So hopefully you will find it interesting, because I really enjoy it, how you have to sign players and that kind of thing. So I do hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you guys next time.